Have you ever felt like you never got the chance to use your voice before life took it from you? Not because you chose to be quiet, but because silence just became normal. For a long time, I thought something was wrong with me. I didn't understand that my voice wasn't broken. It was trained to disappear. I didn't know what trauma was. I didn't know what survival looked like. I just knew that being quiet felt safer. I didn't lose my voice all at once. It didn't disappear overnight. It happened in pieces through trauma, instability, and an environment where it didn't feel safe to speak. When you grow up in chaos, you don't stop and process what's happening. You adjust. And one of the first things trauma teaches us is silence. I lived in a home where things were unstable, where emotions could shift very quickly and unpredictably. I learned to read the room before I spoke. So without realizing it, I learned to stay quiet, to stay safe. I learned that speaking didn't bring comfort, it brought consequences, which had nothing to do with me. And so over time, silence stopped being a choice, it became a reflex. The hardest part is that I didn't know my voice was gone. I thought this was just my personality. I thought this was just who I was. I didn't understand that my voice wasn't weak, it was wounded. Trauma doesn't always make noise. Sometimes it teaches you to disappear, which I was always good at and still am. But God began to show me something. He didn't just start restoring my voice. He showed me when it shut down, why it shut down, and that it wasn't my fault. Nor is it your fault either. But my silence wasn't rebellion. It was survival. And God is gentle enough to heal what survival took. If you ever felt like your voice was stripped from you, or if you ever lived in an environment where being quiet felt safer than being heard, you are not broken. You adapted. And God is not offended by your silence. He's patient with it. And I want to say this before I end. Healing doesn't always start with speaking louder. Sometimes it starts with realizing why your voice went quiet in the first place. For a long time, silence wasn't weakness for me. It was survival. And God never punished me for that. He met me there through deliverance. So if you're in a season where words feel hard, where your voice feels slow, where you are still learning how to speak again, God is not punishing you. He's restoring you. Thank you for sitting in this moment with me. If this connected with you, let me know in the comments so that I can continue sharing what God has been showing me.